Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So very stupidly I deleted the introduction clip to this video, so I thought I would pop on here and explain what you're going to be seeing in this vlog. So the first thing you're going to be seeing is me finishing off a lettering illustration on my iPad. So I've been teaching myself lettering and really trying to improve my drawing skills on my iPad, so I wanted to finish that off, so that's going to be the first thing you see. Then in this video I'm also going through my charm collection box because it is about time that I stop hoarding, so I'm trying to figure out what I can sell and also what I can give away, so there's going to be a big giveaway of charms in this video for you guys. And then lastly, I just get a bunch of crafting done in this video, so there's loads of good old-fashioned time-lapse videos of me crafting away, and then you can see a few of the things that I make. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and on to the time-lapse of me drawing. Now I'm actually going to go pop out to the shops and get some food because I realised it's Sunday and the shops close early and this girl has no food for dinner. So I'm going to do that, and then I am going to crack on with sorting and decluttering my charm box. So the lighting and the angle is super dodgy. This is just where I was filming. I've just come back. I am so hot. I realised in the first clip I filmed this morning I was so shiny as well, and your girl is still shiny. It's so hot. I didn't just get back. I came back from food shopping and I had like strawberries and yogurt to try and cool me down because it's just so hot. Like, oh, I can't. I was sort of prepared for it to be winter because it was really cold and rainy for the last like week and a bit here in the UK, and I kind of just assumed that was what was happening. But now we're back to like heat wave, and I'm like, but I was, as much as I love the sun, I fully accepted it had gone, and it's not, it's back, and my flat is just unbearable. But anyway, I am now going to get the charm box out, which should be interesting because I haven't gone through this since the last time I filmed a charm collection video. But yeah, so I'm going to show you some of the things. I'm not going to like show you in too much detail, but I'll sort of pop up when there's something interesting, and then I'll show you what I will be giving away and what I will be selling, which would be a nice little preview for you guys. So in theory today I would like to at least list like 2 new products, because of what I spoke about in my last vlog about just not having the time. I've decided to set myself really small goals. So, you know, today was just finishing that illustration. That's one goal done. Like, that's one thing off the to-do list. Not crazy. It's not like get my life together. It's just finish that illustration, which took me like 30 minutes or whatever. And then, you know, the idea would be to list at least one thing, or maybe I'll do it weekly so that it doesn't have to be like every single day. But I told myself I'd try and list one new thing today, whether that's literally putting some Halloween stuff up from last year that I already have photos of, or whatever it is. You got to start small, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, September is like a goal improvement month for me. I might talk about it, I don't really know. But yeah, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hot, but I'm feeling good. Do you mind? Rude. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna get the charm box out. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna film it on here or this one, we'll figure that out. See you in a second. Okay, so this is a bit of a formal setup, but it's obviously, like I said, loud and the lighting's awful, but I've just realised that that Sony camera that I film on for the vlogging portion overheats on a good day, so there is absolutely no way that it's going to survive filming all of this. Like I said, I'm only going to go over a few things and then I'll time-lapse the rest of it, speed it up. But yeah, this is my charm box. It has not changed since I last did a video. I don't think, maybe a couple more cupcakes, but I'm basically just going to go through here. And yes, before I do this portion, there will be stuff that I'm going to throw out. If I can't sell it, if I don't want to keep it and I don't think that, you know, it's worth, you know, if I can't ship all of these charms because that's money out of my own pocket. That's just the way of the world. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but you've just got to be ruthless when you're tidying and decluttering. Yes, ruthless, hey. But yeah, anyway, let's just get started. So I suppose we'll start here. So I'm not going to talk through all of this, but I think, see, the issue is, it's like I don't like the cupcake on here. I don't think it's good enough to sell, but I might be able to take the cupcake off the top of this and put a new one on and then sell it, because it's pretty good, but it's just whether I can take this one off. It's going to be that kind of situation for half of this stuff, but I really love these, so I definitely might keep this one, which is sort of my one anyway, but this one I might see if I can shimmy this cupcake off and put a new one on, just because it's perfect apart from the cupcake. I just don't really like the cupcake on top. This goes with the Mario cupcake, which I love, but I just don't know whether this part is good enough to sell, but this doesn't have a charm on it. So, question. It's just, that's just the thing. It's like, I don't really like my work, and also this is showing, so maybe I make a new stand for this, and then this is sellable. This is the kind of thing, you know, it's sort of like, what's good enough? See, that to me, that's just awful. I think you guys can have that, which sounds really bad, like, it's awful, you guys can have that, but I know, like, half of you will say there's no problem with that at all, which, I mean, you're right, it's just, I can tell it's slightly old because of the way it's made. Like, it's a lot flatter and a lot wider than my cupcakes are now, which I don't like, but there's nothing, like, specifically wrong with it. It's actually quite pretty, but yeah, so one of you guys can have. So let me just rummage through all these cupcakes and get to the bottom, shall we? So like, I've got all of these cupcakes which are pretty much sellable. They'll all also be like one of a kind limited edition. So a lot of these like chocolate ones. There's the what are these called, fireworks cupcakes that are fine, but I only made once. Lots of that kind of thing. Then there are some grade Bs that are nearly perfect but just slightly wonky. You can sort of see that that one's wonky. And then I have a nice little pile here which is going to be going to you guys. So let me see if I can show you some of these. So there's the little figurine I showed you earlier. Oh, there's this purple one which is basically perfect. There's this cotton candy one which was actually a custom order. I just made 2 of them at the time and you guys loved it on social. So there's that one. There's this like different style little blue one. There's a lava cake one which the face is just very small. There's this messy one which is super cute, but it's just not something I'd put in the shop. There's this one which is actually UV activated. If you run a UV light over the top, the icing changes colour. Just an idea that never really came to fruition. So yeah, you can win all of these, which is super exciting, and I might find some other things in here as well, but I'm not going to film everything because my battery, I'm worried this camera's going to overheat as well because it's just that hot. So to win all of these and maybe some other charms, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, be following me on Kawaii Studios. Actually no, let's make it in the Kawaii Studio because that's the one that's a bit more behind the scenes. You guys might enjoy that. I know some of you don't have Instagram and I'm really sorry, but trying to contact people through YouTube is basically impossible, so it is still the easiest way. So you need to be subscribed to this, following me on in the Kawaii Studio account on Instagram, and then leave a comment down below that relates to this in any way, shape or form, leaving your Instagram handle so that I can check. If that didn't make any sense, I will leave it all in the description so you can read it perfectly fine there. But as of right now, I'm going to continue on going through this and figuring out what is sellable, what is grade B, and all of that good stuff. Hi everyone, so it is actually the next day right now. It just got so unfathomably hot in my flat yesterday. That's why I was sort of rushing the charm collection box thing, so sorry about that. I might go over what I did again today, but yeah, it's the next day because it just got so hot in my flat I just couldn't even do anything. Like, I tried to do some jobs here and there and I was like, there's no way I can touch clay or resin, there's just no way I can do anything, it's way too hot. So I just pancaked for the entire night. Thankfully I couldn't sleep, I was still awake at 3 AM, it was so hot. But thankfully I've been eating my way through my freezer recently, which means that for the first time this year I've got room to put ice in there, because obviously living in a studio my freezer is the same, you know, it matches the size, it's tiny. So that was really nice last night. I actually managed to drink something with ice in it, which was really lovely. But yeah, it's going to be just as hot today. It's going to hit 31, which means it's probably going to be like 35 in this freaking flat. So I've gotten up early and done all the stuff that requires a lot of movement, cooking, any of that kind of stuff. So the slow cooker's on right now, which I suppose is just going to generate heat slowly. But I did a lot of tidying and jobs and stuff that required me to scuttle around my flat and create heat and movement and motion. So I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. This vlog was only meant to be a one-day vlog, but now I have sort of done all the jobs, I want to try and figure out what I can do, and it's still kind of cool. So yeah, I am just sitting here drinking my lemon water. Because as I said, September and next week, end of August, is a goal-setting, healthy-ish month for me, and that starts with drinking lemon water in the mornings, although it's not really the morning anymore, because it kickstarts your metabolism and it's super healthy for you. Look it up, Google it, and it's like a mix of refreshing and nice, but then also you're like, god damn. I'm drinking it out of my Good Atama cup as well, which Laura made me years and years ago. But it's quite nice. So yeah, I'm just going to finish drinking my water because I need to get through all of this. Then I'm going to have my lunch, which is leftovers from last night, which is like prawn, spinach, lemon pasta, which is so good. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do. I might quickly go over the charm box situation again because I don't think I was making any sense last night, but we'll see. And then maybe I'll do some clay before it gets hot, and then we'll just see how it goes. I kept all of my blinds closed this morning, so it's actually quite cool. The fan is going as well, so I'm sort of hoping, I don't know, I'm sort of hoping like it's not going to get too hot in here, but it's going to hit 31, which means around 2, 3, 4-ish, it's just going to become unbearable to do anything. And it's just hit 12, so hopefully I've got like an hour or two of like claying, crafting, doing something that I can get done, and then maybe when it gets hot I might do some illustrations. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I will see you later. so you've just seen me eat my lunch and my dessert, which was tasty as ever. So I was watching the latest Dr. Mike video on social media as like a drug and just talking to an author, which is super interesting if you're into, I mean, if you're into social media, but if you're into like psychology and stuff. I did psychology at school, I find it super interesting, so loved that video. I was also watching the D23 coverage by Grace Randolph, who is like my favourite YouTuber ever. She like covers movies. Yeah, and now you just saw me, I am watching the behind the scenes of the Lord of the Rings. This one is, oh, there's a fly in this freaking flat. This is the Fellowship of the Ring. If you didn't know, I'm a giant nerd, obviously, and what I love to watch, I absolutely love films and how they're made and the behind the scenes. So I have all of the, well, we used to when I lived at home, but I just have started recollecting all of the extended versions of all of the Tolkien films, because I love having the behind the scenes, like 18-hour behind the scenes on when I craft. It's one of my favourite things to have on. That and David Attenborough documentaries, just fun fact. People always ask me what I watch or do, like listen to when I'm crafting. So that is it. So let me know what you listen to, because I always love like knowing what you guys watch and listen to. But yeah, I just find the whole Weta Workshop, Jackson, Tolkien behind the scenes just like so inspiring, and yeah, I just love it. I love having it on in the background, and I haven't watched the Lord of the Rings ones in a while, so I'm going to go through those. So anyway, stop rambling. I am just going to try and do some clay. I have an idea that I want to try out, and we'll see if it works, but it's actually starting to get a bit hot because it's about 1:30 now. So we'll see how far I get. I might have to stop because I'm already starting to get... That fly just flew in front of my face. Do you mind? But yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt to do, and we'll hope the clay doesn't get too sticky. Pray for me. Hi guys, I'm back. It is officially 32 degrees today. You might not even be able to hear me because the fan's on right there and the window's open, but it is so hot. Like, it's to a point where, like, when I'm walking around my flat, I can like feel the heat on my skin. You know when you go on holiday or you live in a hot place and you leave like a well ventilated, air conditioned place like a hotel or a shop, and the heat like hits you like a wall? It's kind of that feeling, but like if I walk around my flat I can like feel the air heat flow against it's not cute. I'm really hot, but you've actually seen me do quite a lot of stuff. So this was the idea that I was talking about. I wanted to make a little, actually it's a bit dark, is that right? So yeah, this is what you saw me make. It's meant to look like a galaxy. I'll be honest, it doesn't. I am not good at this because it's basically rubbed off here and here. Anyway, this was just like a test to see, and then this little moon is going to be going on top as well, and there's going to be glitter and resin and a few little sparkles, and that's the one that I'm going to test on. It's not very neat, not very flat, but hey, for a tester, why not? But I don't want to get sued, so we're not going to call this a pop socket. We're just going to call it a hand phone holder. But yeah, I have one of these on my phone. Can I open it with one hand? Oh yeah, I have one of these on my phone, and I have had it there for 3 years or something. I absolutely love them. So yeah, I thought it'd be really fun to make these, even though again there is a notorious suing pop socket situation. So I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, I think this is super cute, and I'm gonna cover it in resin and add some sparkles. I'm gonna try and attempt to use UV resin. I have not used, well, though it's quite a big surface. Anyway, I'm going to try use UV resin because I just got my UV lamp back from work. Don't ask why it was there, I can't even remember. And yeah, so I'm going to try that, and that's probably going to be the last thing I do today that I'm going to film, because it's just, what is that squeaking noise? Anyway, because it's just too hot, and I'm probably going to have to bow out for today because I still need to like cook dinner, and it is just way too hot. But you also saw me making these, so if you haven't seen, these are little ring holders to go in these little resin cake trinket dishes that I made. So, oh well, they're still stuck down, but yeah, if you haven't seen the final one of this that I'd made, I'll put it on the screen right now for you to see. I absolutely love them, and I've had these for ages now, and they've just been needing a strawberry and a whipped cream, but they're quite a process, obviously, and one of them didn't work out. I knew I shouldn't have put 5 on here because I was going to ding one of them, and I did, so at least I have the strawberry still. But yeah, I think these are one of those things that is a really good example of maybe when people say something about the price of your products and they don't realise how much work goes into these, because obviously I had to make the mould for the strawberries, I had to make the strawberries, then I have to fill in the strawberries with all the air bubbles and air pockets that you could see, and then you have to make all the whipped cream, you know, do the whipped cream, bake it again, so that's 2 bakings already, and then I cover it in Fimo liquid because it's a bit fragile, and then you bake it again, and that's only one small part of this resin, and this is 3 layers of resin as well. Like, people will just never know, you know, if they don't understand. But yeah, I absolutely love and hate making these. They are so cute, so I'm just gonna have to very gently unstick these from here, and then I also need to glaze them, but I've got a bunch of cupcakes that need glazing because I also fixed this little guy whose face fell off, which is going to Daisy, so I promised Daisy he's coming. And I also need to glaze a lot of those cupcakes that were from my collection that I'm going to be selling. So I am super hot, super tired right now, so I'm going to end this part here. If I do this and I film it, or if I do anything else, then I'll put it at the end here. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been quite varied, and there's been a lot of crafting, so I really hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.